Here is a pattern of questions that help you to diagnose a problem. First, which is important to understand, is that problem is simply an outcome that is inconsistent with the goal. So something happened that you didn't want to happen. That wasn't the goal. And they are always a manifestation of root causes, which is the whole point, figuring those root causes out through this process. And then secondly, you want to do this process consistently, like a lot, like daily, many times, weekly, many times, and you want to get good at this process. So it will take only about 10 to 20 minutes to go through this, and always remember that no one case is a big deal. Just go through this process. Then, step one is that the person who experienced the problem, you ask from them what went wrong. Okay, once you understood that, then you go and talk to the manager. You ask, who is the one person who owns this area? And it should be one person, not a team responsibility. One person who owns that area. Next, you go and talk to that person. You ask from them, okay, what should happen step by step? While they explain, you visualize how it should happen. Make sure that you understand it. And at the same time, you can check your mental catalog that can this be done under stress? Does it consider human error? Because those are normal. If it doesn't, it's a bad process. Next, you ask, okay, what happened instead? Was it that a person didn't do a step? Was it that the process didn't have a step? Or both? Next, you ask why it was possible to happen. And you check the proximate causes, and then you check the root causes. So first the proximate cause, like, okay, let's say Harry didn't do X, Y, and Z. Proximate cause. That's why it happened. Then you ask why more until you hit the root cause. The root cause is something like capability, clarity, incentives, role fit, load, cognitive load, or judgment. These can be root causes. And when you do this, you want to make sure that you touch the nerve. So if people are uncomfortable of figuring out the root cause, then it's a good sign that you are near the root cause, because it will touch the nerve when you hit the root cause. Okay, once you got it, next you ask, all right, has this happened before? Yes, no, or maybe. If it happened before, it's a higher risk that this is a manifestation of a deeper root cause, which is actually more important. But next, you ask, like, what is the systematic solution? You design that. You figure out, like, okay, what needs to change? A person, the process, or responsibilities. So the short-term solution is quite understandable, but the long-term solution is something like, if the person must change, it will be training, coaching, and or load. One of these things will change. They will do that to implement the solution systematically. And then if it's the system, the process, then a process, step, or a check will change. And then if it's a role fit, then it's an ability issue or among person in the role, and the person should change. And then you implement the solutions, and then you test if it worked.